life coach at mormoncouples.com and brookeboothcoaching.com. They'll both get you there, where I help people who are in a faith transition deal with all of the things that surround that. So my ancestors are pioneers. We're talking about covered wagons, Key West, I wish, far west to Salt Lake. We're talking that all my extended family are members. We're the type of family that passes around books about genealogy, right? We're the type of family that when you get together, you talk about your calling and the dates for girls' camp. This is the type of family I'm used to. My social community is primarily LDS. My friends are primarily LDS. Basically, my whole family, my whole life is saturated. Pretty familiar for you too. So when a faith transition comes along, it can be pretty scary. I mean, I don't care if it's your faith transition or your spouse's. When a faith transition comes along, it's scary for a lot of reasons, but one main reason can be the fear of what others will think. What will your family think, your community, your long gone ancestors, right? What will they think of your family now that it's no longer perfect? What will they think of you? What will change? Can you handle it? What will happen to your standing in the church, in your community, in your family? So many questions. And I don't know the answers to many of them. But what I do know, and what I have seen time and time again in my own mixed faith marriage and in that of my many clients, is that when we let fear make the decisions in our lives and in our marriages, has some very serious drawbacks. And I want to bring those to your attention so you can be aware when fear is driving the bus. Because that's what others are going to think of us. So when we make decisions out of fear, we disallow others' kindness and others' goodness and their generosity. We basically are assuming they're going to be unkind or lack understanding. When we make decisions out of fear, we're assuming the worst of ourselves and of others. And then that's often what we find. Think of the whole idea of cognitive bias. Our brain will prove true what it is it wants, what it believes is true. So if then that's the evidence it's going to find. When we make decisions out of fear, we often discount what it is we want, what our desires are, and we try to make others comfortable at our own expense. And this often just leads to resentment. When we make decisions out of fear, we're not fully honest with ourselves and with others, and this obviously can ultimately undermine a relationship. When we make decisions out of fear, it's not fun. Those are not fun relationships. Those are not fun decisions. So here are 3 indicators I want to give you. And if you're thinking these things, doing these things, pretty good chance you're making decisions out of fear. Okay, number 1, you don't want others to know about your faith transition or your spouse's faith transition. It can be either or. Number 2, you're sure that whatever happens, it won't be good, or it won't be easy, or it won't be helpful, and you wish things can just go back to the way they were. And number 3, you're more concerned about not upsetting others or a way of life or a set of expectations than you are about being honest and in integrity with yourself and with others. And one side note, people pleasing is a form of lying, and that's often what's going on here. We're more concerned about meeting expectations than being honest about what's really going on in our life. A lot of decisions in your life, in your mixed faith marriage, in how you interact with your extended family. If it is, I would suggest working with me or a coach. I work with clients and we recognize where fear's in charge and we change that so we can operate out of something else. Maybe it's love, maybe it's compassion, maybe it's generosity, maybe it's respect. There are so many other emotions available to us that we can act from instead of acting from fear. We need a little help seeing what's going on. We need help seeing when we're acting out of fear and help seeing how to act from love or compassion or respect or whatever it is we want to be acting from. So if this is you, let's talk. Reach out to me at brookeboothcoaching.com or message me here on Facebook and let's set up a time to talk. I offer free calls, super easy, couple times a week. I have some slots open in my calendar. Get one now. Let's find out what's going on in your mixed faith marriage. Let's find out how you're dealing with fear and all of the changes that come from a faith transition. All right, wishing you the